This excerpt is from chapter 1, page 4, paragraph 4, and the term is rekek kekek 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 koks, which means the god Dionysus, patron of the drama, is dissatisfied with the condition of the art of tragedy at Athens and resolves to descend to Hades in order to bring back again to earth one of the old tragedians. Eurypides, he thinks, dressing himself up, lion skin and club complete, as Heracles, who has performed the same perilous journey before, and accompanied by his slave Santias. With the baggage, he starts on a fearful expedition. Coming to the shore of Archaeon, he is ferried over in Sarkian boat. Santias has to walk round. The first chorus of March Frogs, from which he played, takes its title, greeting him with prolonged croakings. Their chant, "Brekek kek koks," is constantly repeated, and Dionysus chants him with until he gets bored. A second chorus composed of spirits of Dionysus mystic soon appear.
One yesterday, he sternly struck his Tete in the tube for a watched the future of his fetus, but ere he swiftly took it out again by the might of Moses. This text comes from Finnegans chapter 1, page 4. A story being told phonetically rendered by someone with a Cockney accent about the tipping way in which Mr. Finnegans lived his life. The sentence watched the future of his fate. Scrying was the method by which Nostradamus believed to have seen the future. It sometimes involved looking into a bowl of water to receive spiritual visions, and the word watched is a German word. The meaning of it is a slap in the face, plus watch, and mixed together with wash, the feature of his face.
In Finnegans' Book 1, Chapter 5, page 104 by James Joyce, I found an interesting word in the text. In the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the ever-living, the bringer of probability, hallowed be her if he singing song, her rib will run, unhelmed as it is uneven. According to wordfinnegans.com, footnote said the word all-merciful comes from the word all-merciful plus mercy in Turkish, which means olden times. Is the past tense plus mercy is mean together plus original title of Necronomicon out of it, being the word used by the Arabs to designate that nocturnal sound made by insects, supposed to be the howling of demons, composed by Abdul al-Hassad, a mad poet of Sana'a in Yemen, who is said to have flourished in the time of Umayyad Caliphate.
One of interesting core words in James Joyce Finnegans' work is Uskabaham in the 14th line of page 24 from chapter 1. It is said by people in Finnegans' funeral, and in the movie Passages from James Joyce Finnegans' work by D. Mary Aaron Booth, there is a scene showing running water before it is followed by the scene of people in Finnegans' funeral holding a glass of whiskey saying Uskabaham. It actually looks like a ritual. And Uskabaham seems like a non-English word and it seems meaningless. However, if we look closely, we see that this word is a mixed-up word. The word can probably be separated as usk, ad, bo, and am. And according to Finnegans.com, Uskabo is whiskey. Uskabo is a famous whiskey in Ireland and Scotland, and the word itself means water of life in Scottish Gaelic language. The leftover are ad and am, and surprisingly, if we coin them together, they probably add up to Adam. As the word Uskabo is the water of life that flows through Adam, Uskabaham may trace back to the very first line of Finnegans Wake, river run past Eve and Adams, from swerve of shore to bend of bay, brings us a commodious wishes of recirculation back to Hoth Castle and environs. The river, presumably the river Lethe, runs past the church of Adam and Eve in the Hoth Castle, to the Hoth Castle. These places are all in Dublin Island or Joyce's homeland. Uskabaham not only means that the river runs past Adam, but also express that the water literally runs through Adam, as we can see that it divided Adam in half. And another interesting keyword is the recirculation, which seemingly means the resurrection. According to Mark L. Troy, this scene is probably concerned with Osiris, an Egyptian god whom was killed by his brother. He was brought back to life by his beloved wife Isis. Osiris is the god of resurrection and fertility. He takes care of the Nile River, that is the river of the Egyptian lives. And Finnegan was battered by the water of life, the Uskabo, and was brought back from the dead. Therefore, the Uskabo might be a representation of the Nile River.
Multilingualism in James Joyce's Finnegans Wake. It's not difficult to find multilingualism in Finnegans Wake since it's obviously scattered in the movie or on every page of the book, but it is not easy as well to understand them. There is one dialogue spoken in the beginning of the movie or on page 25 in the almost end of book 1 chapter 1 that I find it is very interesting in multilingual implications. Finnegans came back to life again after falling from the ladder into the dead, but his mourners tried to push him back into the coffin, explaining that he had already in a better place. Don't try to come back to this world. The dialogue contains many allusions that Joyce used to create this multilingualism masterpiece. However, what seems to be most remarkable allusions among all is the combination of Occidental and Oriental multilingualism. You would find the dialogue full of numerous ingredients of foreign language originated in the West and the East, such as Irish, Gael, Greek, and most unexpectedly, Sanskrit, as well as religious beliefs in myth relating with the major religious prophets. For example, the word Kapilavastu, which mixed between Sanskrit, Kapilavastu, the city where the Buddha was born, and Irish Kapal Amahaister, meaning his master's horse. Since this scene is dealing with life and death, the words in the dialogue are relevant to the theme of religious beliefs and myth. For example, the mourner tells Finnegans that he would definitely turn against life if he realized that the life can only bring with illness, age, misery, and death. This idea can be traced back to the biography of Siddhartha, when he saw an old man outside his palace and realized the same thing. The dialogue also mentioned about another thing that would turn Finnegans against life, which is slut snoring with the impure infant on the bench. Although there is no underlined words other than the word impure, which means clean, it seems to me that it can also be referenced to Buddha's biography when he felt sympathetic seeing his wife and his son's servants sleeping in the chamber.
It can clearly be seen that there are some foreign words that look and sound similar in English language in Finnegans Wake, and all of those words actually have different meanings. One example is talkative Scandinavian. It comes from an initial part of the movie, and it is from the scenes of several men were talking with a caveman on TV, which refers to a cave. They say, cave, excuse us, Corey guy, you told today Donsk, and you told Gativ Scandinavian, and it is from the page 16. It seems as if that this phrase is written in English and it has been transformed in a different appearance by changing the consonants. So it can be interpreted as, are you talkative Norwegian? However, the fact is that talkative Norwegian might have another possible interpretation. The word talkative can be tolke in Danish, which means to interpret, and it can be assumed that talkative refers to Tolka River in Dublin. According to the book called The Language of Joyce, describes that this dialogue is used in the sense of two cavemen meet at the Battle of Clontarf, the war between Irish and Viking. This can follow the last idea because there was a fight on the bridge over the Tolka River during the war. For the word Norwegian, it can be interpreted to the language of Norway. However, Norwegian is also a slang term for Scandinavian person, and it is used as a nautical slang. So this phrase, for the phrase talkative Norwegian, shows that these kind of words in Finnegans Wake can be translated more than one way. Therefore, we might say that what we see does not mean that they indicate in the exact meaning.